Hey everyone, First Order here. As many of you know, J.J. Abrams has been assigned to direct Star Wars Episode 9 and co-write it. And well, I think this is a terrible decision, and I know what most of you are thinking. J.J. Abrams is a great director. Yes, he is a good director. I wouldn't necessarily say great, but if he was directing some spin-off movie, I'd be perfectly fine with that. Go ahead, JJ, I don't care, but this is the end of a trilogy, a new trilogy. And this is a more serious tone, you can tell with my voice, but let me just go over with some films that our fan-favorite director has directed. I won't go into his shows like Lost, Felicity, and Atlas, because those are TV shows that are completely different, and really the only true episode that J.J. Abrams directed was the pilot for Lost, so it doesn't even really matter. He was mostly a writer on there. There's going to be something that you notice after a while with all these movies. Mission Impossible 3. It's a good movie, but it's a movie that already exists within a cinematic universe. There's already 2 other Mission Impossible movies along with the same characters. I haven't watched that one in a while. I forget if he added any new characters or those characters moved on, but I'm pretty sure that all these characters that he made in that film stayed in that film. So nothing really happened in the film. It's the same exact thing as every other Mission Impossible movie. There's a world-ending event. I don't even remember Mission Impossible 3 and what happens in there. All I remember is him sitting in a chair getting hit by a big dude. But he directed a film in an already established cinematic universe. Okay? Next movie. Star Trek. Again, Star Trek already exists. This is not original. Yes, I think this is the best movie that he personally has directed. But it's the same story over and over again. Captain Kirk is cocky in the beginning, and then he starts to grow into a better man throughout the movie. And at the end, he becomes the Captain Kirk. Already existing universe. There's nothing new. I think the villains were new. I never really was a Star Trek huge fan. I love the new movies, but the other ones, not my type. I don't know if the villain in that was new. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't. Anyway, next movie. Super 8. Now, Super 8 is, I can't think of another word other than parody, but it's not like a joke. It's an actual serious movie about kids with a Super 8 camera trying to film this thing, and then there's this alien that's involved. I haven't seen it in a while, but if you threw that up on the screen, and at the end it said directed by Steven Spielberg, I would not be surprised whatsoever. This is a Steven Spielberg film with J.J. Abrams' name just thrown on top of it. It's not really new or interesting. It's even an homage to Steven Spielberg, because his first camera was a Super 8 camera and he used to film films with it. So the entirety of that film is literally a homage to Steven Spielberg. Again, not original. Star Trek Into Darkness, that's his next film. I think this is one of the worst films he's directed and wrote. Star Trek Into Dark is essentially Star Trek 1, but worse. Captain Kirk goes through the same internal conflict. He's cocky in the beginning and then grows to become a better person by sacrificing himself with saving the engine room or something. And guess what? The villain is 100% original. Wait, I forgot. J.J. Abrams is directing this. The villain is from an old Star Trek movie, and he even reuses the same exact line from another Star Trek movie. Again, this is the worst film I think he's ever made. This is a fun blockbuster, but as a film, it's just not good. And then finally, The Force Awakens. And obviously you all know how much that relates to A New Hope. Do you see a pattern? All of his work is unoriginal. He steps in to set up a universe and then walks out waiting for someone else to finish it. Did it with Mission Impossible series, did it with Star Trek. Someone else directed the 3rd Star Trek movie, and I think he signed on to do the 4th one, I believe. Don't quote me on that. And he did it with Star Wars. He was supposed to come and get out. He loves this idea of a mystery box, setting up things that, he said this on a TED Talk, he loves mystery boxes. Don't know what you're going to get inside. Snoke and Rey are the definitive mystery box character for J.J. Abrams. I can guarantee you 100% he had no idea who Snoke is and he had no idea who Rey is. And now it's his job, and he left the series to let someone else take control of it. But now, he signed on to finish it. And I swear to God, if I see another Death Star or Starkiller base in that movie, I will be utterly disappointed in Star Wars. I do not agree with this decision at all. I think it's a terrible choice on Lucasfilm's part and on Disney's part. Anyway, this is a more serious tone of me. I know you guys are used to like, hey everyone, First Order here, but I feel like this is just a really depressing topic for me because I'm a really big film guy. I have owned like, let's just say a lot of movies, and I love film. I'm considering going into that for college, and I just, J.J. Abrams is a good director, but he should not have been signed on to finish off a series. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like, blast a like, and all that good stuff. What do you guys think of J.J. Abrams? Do you think he's a marvelous choice to direct Star Wars Episode 9, or do you think this is the worst decision Lucasfilm has ever made? Anyway, hope you all enjoyed the video. If you're new, why don't you subscribe? Oh my god. Okay. Why don't you subscribe for all things Star Wars? This is the First Order, signing out.